Dela writes, my MVVs, welcome.
Report has it that Eboni crawls before Ominrin Odua, okay? Begging the great lion that the great lion roar. You have no repentance in your heart. You're beginning to try and push the blame to your family, even when you know that it's not about your family, it's about your own heart. Now, they said that they have this society that they call Ominrin Odua society, as in it comprises of children who are believed to have, as in, come from water children, right? So they have a society, like it's a very big society in Ife, and they support each other and all of that. So the best the last resort for Eboni was to go to meet them, as in to beg them to come and intervene on her behalf, to speak to the great lion about, the things that have been happening to her. You know that Eboni has not been finding her stay in the palace, palatable for the last couple of months now. It's almost as if everything that had happened with the jewel is coming back to her. Her wall is crouching. She's been like she has been struggling so much with a whole lot of things, and the worst of it was what happened recently with the Ased that disappeared, and people started pointing fingers at her, but of course she had nothing to do with it. And then later they found out that people from her own house, Ile Orokitan, were also still responsible. And now she, knowing that there is nobody to lean on anymore, that even the Ile Orokitan themselves, they are in trouble with the great lion because they were thrown out of the palace and all of that, she decided to come clean. And this time she's begging that the great lion will forgive her, that she will never ever work against her husband using her family again. That is what they said Eboni has been doing. So she went to meet them. Now they said the Eboni crawled on the cold palace tiles like someone whose legs no longer understood the meaning of strength. Her palms were shaking, her breath was scattered, and her eyes were swollen from crying endlessly behind her group. Okay, the group they are talking about happens to be this group of people that they call Ominrin Odua Society, a quiet but powerful spiritual association that rarely interferes in palace issues, but they were standing like as in frightened children when Eboni brought them to speak to the great lion. That's the great lion roar that you have no repentance, your family didn't push you, you are the problem, your heart is the problem. Now, they said everyone flinched. Even the Ominrin Odua group trembled. These were people who, in their own wall, carry deep spiritual weight. Men and women of the water path, guardians of purity, people who serve as intercessors for individuals born with strong water connection. In Yoruba culture, they are the Omi, okay, children who carry the grace, calmness, and power of water spirit. The Ominrin Odua society existed mainly to protect people like that from spiritual imbalance, emotional collapse, and dangerous decisions that could destroy their destiny. Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Dela Ram. I bring you fresh and spicy just from the sauce is still on the royals. How are you guys doing? Happy midweek to you. I appreciate you guys so much. I love you. My people, if you're yet to subscribe, what are you waiting for? Kindly go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and do not forget to turn on the notification bell, and please do not forget to give this video a thumbs up. There's a members of this Ominrin Odua. Some of them are herbalists and some are chiefs. Like some of them are prophets, like they are spiritual counselors, people who help water connected individuals stay balanced, stay peaceful, and avoid destructive behavior. For years they have been respected because they never meddled in palace issues, never joined factions, and never interfered in marital matters of the great lion. They stayed neutral. But they said they came because Eboni ran to them when her whole world collapsed. Earlier that morning, when Eboni heard that Orokitan had finally been exposed, she panicked so deeply that she couldn't even breathe properly. She knew what that meant. She knew that the great lion had warned them repeatedly to stop, to withdraw, to stop fighting the jewel, to stop plotting in the shadows. But they ignored him. They believed nothing would happen. They believed their all alliances would protect them. But now the coverings were torn apart. Secrets were spilled out. The palace already knew the truth, okay? Because Eboni herself even said something about when they went to the jewel's family, something that happened. As a matter of fact, before Eboni ran to go and meet these her society, these Ominrin Odua people, she had even made mention of some of the things that these people had done against the jewel. But when Eboni was doing all of those things, apparently Eboni did not know that the great lion will still realize that Eboni is doing that because she knows that from the left, nothing to hold, the right, nothing to hold. Now, she now decided to start, confessing. So Eboni ran to these people, okay. She asked them to come and beg, so they had to come to beg the great lion. Now, if you have been following the story, before now, Eboni will only run to her people, Orokitan, and those ones, they were always standing as if they have authority over the great lion, right? But this time, she knew she couldn't run to Orokitan people for help. They were the root of the problem. She also knew she couldn't go to any palace elder. The great lion had warned them all to stay far from him, the jewel, and the coming of Haride. So nobody was willing to even help Eboni. So Eboni had to run to her people. When she arrived there, crying, shaking, and begging for help, the elders of Ominrin Odua were shocked. They knew Eboni well. She was, they've always known her as one of the women that used to even give counsel. She herself used to give counsel. And most times they say she had come there when she was emotionally down. They will give her counsel, they will do ritual and do all of those things. They understood her spiritual, wearing the good parts and the dangerous part. They knew that when she is calm, she is a beautiful soul. But when jealousy or insecurity touch her heart, she could become something else entirely. So when she told them everything, how Orokitan had scattered her life, how the great lion was done with her, how the palace now saw her as part of betrayal against, the great lion and everything, she begged, and they decided to go. They believed that if the great lion heard from them, a society known for discipline, humility, and truth, maybe he would see that Eboni still had something redeemable inside her. But when they stepped into the palace and the great lion saw them behind Eboni, kneeling, palms open, trembling, he was moved. He looked at Eboni first, shaking his head. You think repentance is tears? You asked her, not shouting this time, but they said the great lion asked her that he wasn't shouting. You think remorse is crawling? Haven't I warned you? Haven't I told you to stop? Haven't I told you that jealousy is spying you? Haven't I told you that your battle is with your own heart and not with the jewel? Haven't I warned you to leave the jewel alone? Have they not warned you? Have they not told you that the jewel is going to be that person that will naked you? Haven't they told you? And today you come here acting all righteous like you were misled. Nobody misled you. The problem is your heart. This whole fight is with your heart, not with the jewel or anybody. Yes, it is with your heart. And they said the great lion was so angry. Just seeing her like that, the great lion was mad. I'm going to bring you more update. Do not forget that these are all alleged, rumored, unverified information making the rounds on social media and should not be seen as fact.